Hi YouTube, Steven here. Just a quick VR for the tag series that Captain Freckles started. I was tagged by Nick, SpokanePipeSmoker, and what this is required is 8 questions to be answered. So I'll go ahead and start. The very first thing is favorite tobacco, and I think lots of people like this. It's easy to get. And well, usually easy to get. Lately it's been a bit difficult to find, but Seattle Pipe Club, Mississippi River. It's a go-to. It's one of my very, very favorite tobaccos. I absolutely love this. Now lately I picked up a can of this, and this is very, very hard to find, but Esoterica Penzance is going to be my other favorite. I list that as a favorite, but the fact that you can hardly find it makes it a little more difficult, so I'm going to go with the Mississippi River is really my favorite because it's something that you can usually find pretty easily. Second question is favorite pipe. That's a toss-up. I've won 2 contests and received 2 pipes. Both were handmade pipes, both were gorgeous, and I can't think of one over the other, so I'm going to have to show them both, and I've mentioned them in some other videos. But this Lucky H pipe, this poker, I received from Alex Bird in his contest, and I just love this pipe, the way it fits in my hand. It's rusticated around the top. It's just got a perfect bit, and it's a great pipe, and boy, it is a deep bowl and a great, great smoker. So that's a favorite. This one I won in Further 73, Jim's contest. And this was made by Jim, so that makes it even more special. It's got this nice ridge around it, a little bit of plateau here, a nice curved bit. It's just a gorgeous pipe. And once again, I'm kind of big on pipes that fit your hand nicely, and this pipe just fits in my hand like Jim measured my hand and made it for me. So I'm just in love with this pipe. So that's my 2 favorites. 3 tobacco recommendations. I'm going to have to go once again with Mississippi River. It's just a standby for just about everybody that tries it. Also going to go with Lane 1Q for an aromatic. I really like Lane. I'm just about out of the 1Q, but it's one of my favorites. If I want an aromatic, that's one that I really enjoy. And then another one that everybody talks about, and I actually have a tin coming tomorrow, and that's Frogmorton's Cellar. I burned through a tin of that, and it's just a great smoke. So that's my 3 that I would recommend for a new pipe smoker, somebody trying to get an idea of what sort of tobaccos they like. So the other question, next question is, where do you get pipes? And I have found, when I first started this hobby, I got most of my pipes at antique stores. Some were kind of rough, and I did my best at cleaning them up. I've won 2 contests. I get pipes at pipesandcigars.com, and I really enjoy that website. Missouri Meerschaum, I've gotten 2 Cobbets, the Wizard and the Elf Cobbets through them. And then I received, if you saw one of my Yabo videos, I received 17 pipes from a dear friend of mine. So I've gotten pipes from all over the place. But if I was to get a pipe tonight, I would go to pipesandcigars.com. Kind of a plug for them. They're great customer service. Things ship out real well. They have a great selection. So where do I get tobacco? Most of, and you see I'm reading off a list because there's so many questions here, and I'm frankly old. Tobacco, I get pipesandcigars.com. We do have about 3 local B&Ms here in town that primarily do cigars, but have a little corner of pipe supplies, pipe tobacco, and a few pipes. And I've got some real good tobaccos through them, some of their local blends. They carry a few tins here and there. One of them is a little bit pricier than the other 2, but I've had some real good luck with that. So once again, primarily pipesandcigars.com. The worst tobacco I ever had, and I hate to call out a worst of anything because I don't have a huge history in the pipe smoking community, and I think my palate is learning as I go, but I did get some tobacco as a gift. It was gifted with a pipe, but it's Iwan Reese 5-Star Blue, I believe it's called. And if you get on tobaccoreviews.com, it's all over the board. I remember one comment even said, do they ever sell this, or do they just give it away with pipes? Now recently I was at Iowa and Reese, which is an incredible tobacconist, the oldest tobacconist in the country, and in their window they have a giant bag of the 5-Star Blue. So I'm sure they sell it, and I'm sure there are people that say it is the best tobacco. So in fairness, I haven't given it a proper test, and I need to go back and revisit that tobacco. It's just, the flavor wasn't great. It was a little bitey. It reminded me kind of, and I haven't had a lot of experience with the old standbys, but I have a feeling it's kind of an old standby that your grandfather would have smoked, that sort of tobacco. Next question is, what is my favorite thing to pair with a pipe? And I would say if it's during the daytime, a good strong coffee, espresso type coffee with condensed milk. I absolutely love coffee and a pipe. Now if it's a little later in the day, obviously a whiskey. My current favorite is Bullet Rye or Frontier whiskey. Maybe whiskey in the coffee, depending on what time of day. That's a real good combination. But those two things go about the best with a pipe for me. Sometimes a tea, but coffee is probably my number one. We're supposed to, let's see. Oh, I think I missed one. A favorite place to smoke. I have a lot of favorite places. They all pretty much entail being in the out of doors. I can't smoke here in my apartment, that's why I'm not having a pipe tonight. But I would say if I had one favorite, it's going to involve a bike trip out to the woods somewhere. It's going to involve a campfire, probably a glass of whiskey, and a pipe. There's really nothing like a crackling campfire with a pipe in your hand in the fall when it's a bit nippy and chilly out, right before you hit your tent and call it an evening. Having a pipe in that sort of time is about as good as you get. So got a couple things we're supposed to mention, channels to watch, and I've got a few here. I've been real impressed with HartPine. HartPine's got a real good channel. They just started. I'm really enjoying that. MarkthePipePoet, a young man that I believe he's out in Pennsylvania. He's just a very well-spoken, proper young man, and he does a lot of poetry, obviously with his name, and I like watching him. Another one is BeardedPipeSmoker. He's in, I believe, Austria, and just a real fun channel. I really enjoy him. So I'm supposed to tag someone, so I'm going to tag two different channels, and one is HayesPublichouseandTaproom. They're out of Minnesota. I believe it's Buffalo, Minnesota. It's a beer tap room. They smoke pipes. They're pretty cool guys, and I really enjoyed watching. They've just got a few videos, and I really enjoy watching them. Another one is LimbonicPiper, and I believe he's in Germany, and he's made a few videos. I've encouraged him to make some more. We've had a few private messages back and forth, and I really like that channel. So I'm going to tag Hayes Public House and Tap Room and LimbonicPiper. Guys, you're up. It's time to make some videos. Thank you, Nick, for calling me out, and thank you, Captain Freckles. What can we say about Captain Freckles? You are a big part of this YouTube pipe community, and we just love you to death. So, see you all later, and good night.